Hi, I'm Nancy DeLeonardi from Nancy Be Inspired, and this is my podcast channel. So welcome. I am excited that you are here, and I am getting ready to record my second podcast in 2024. And this time of year, it's all about getting fit, right? There's a big hype with joining gyms, and I have a lot to talk about related to this topic. And so I'm going to talk about that in this podcast today. So welcome, buckle up, because I'm going to drop some nuggets that might give you a bumpy ride, and it might be a little bit, information that you haven't heard before, and you might have to chew on it, but I'm going to roll it out to you, okay? So I'll give you a little background. I have been part of the fitness industry my entire life, my entire adult life. I have had a gym membership in some capacity, whether I was a member or whether I was an instructor. And I've also had multiple memberships where I have joined big box gyms, little gyms, mom and pop gyms, boutiques. I've done it all. And I have seen everything. And this podcast is not about being contrary to the fitness industry, because I actually love it and I believe in the benefits of the industry, but I want to enlighten you on how they actually operate so that you don't get caught up in the trap that I have witnessed over and over again in my entire life, spending that time in the gym. So I just want to provide you some clarity, and I want to let you in on some dirty little secrets that they have, the lures that they use, and the things that they do to entice you to join the gym. And so first I want to say that I am an advocate of being a gym member, and I do believe that you should select a gym that suits you best. Everyone has their favorite thing to do, and if you find your favorite thing to do in the gym, fitness-wise, then you're going to stick with it, okay? I am the kind of person that I like to do a variety of things, and sometimes I focus in on one thing, and that's why I'll go to a boutique for a while, like Pure Barre or Cycle Bar, you know what I mean? Those row houses, things like that. You can join those for a period of time, and then I'll go back and always have that big box gym membership, etc. That works for me. I've done yoga. I have multiple memberships at different places because I have favorites, right? But I'm just going to talk about you, and I'm going to talk about a newbie, or maybe someone who isn't consistent with their gym membership and is thinking about that again this time of year, because January is Christmas for the fitness industry and the health food industry. I put them in the same category, and you know what I mean. Those big food chains that try to sell you prepared meals that you eat at a cadence and is delivered to your house, etc. Join a whatever and go to meetings. You know what I'm talking about. I put that industry and the fitness industry. When I say fitness industry, it's encompassing both of those businesses. So I want to enlighten you on how they operate. And this is my POV, based on decades of being around them in the industry and seeing how that affects the average person who's out there just trying to get better. And what I will say to you, as I just mentioned, is number one, you have to figure out what works best for you. And you might be the type of person who doesn't want to join a gym. You just want to walk in your neighborhood, play golf on your own, join a bowling league, and you're cool with that. And that's okay, because again, that is physical fitness, and you are doing it and you are staying consistent with it because you enjoy it. And that is the fundamental key of being fit, is that you have to enjoy what it is that you are doing. So I'll back this up just basically with the basic fundamentals of our body, right? We need to eat, we need to sleep, and we need to move our bodies. We always eat, we always sleep, but we don't necessarily move our bodies as much as we should for optimum health. We tend to lack that, right? We just tend to move around as we need to, but we don't really make an effort to spend time in physical fitness, just like we do sitting down at a table to eat or lying in our bed to sleep. We don't really make a cognizant effort to work out, move that body for a period of time, just like it takes you X amount of time to eat or so many hours to sleep. We don't do that by default for our physical well-being. I will also say that fitness, a fit lifestyle, is inclusive of mind, body, soul. And I will talk more about that in another podcast. But today I just want to focus on the physical aspect and as that relates to January and as that relates to the fitness industry. So again, I will say, figure out what it is that you like. And then if you're on a mission to find a gym, number one is to find a gym that is close to your home or your work. It is a place that you can conveniently get to, because if it is not convenient, you are not going to stick with it. That's just common sense, right? Anything that's difficult, we're just going to make another plan. So that's my first recommendation, is to find whatever is close to your home and or work. And then the second thing is, be mindful when you go into the gym. The fitness industry is an industry that I equate to being, and this is the dirty little secret. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? I need you to sit down and be prepared, like hold onto the table. Because I'm getting ready to drop something on you, okay? Most people are familiar with casinos, right? Most people, I'm guessing, have been to Las Vegas, have heard of Las Vegas. We've seen the movies of Las Vegas and gambling, and most of us know that in the gambling world, that the odds are with the house, right? The odds are against you. You can win. They'll throw you a bone every now and then, but the city of Las Vegas was built on everyone's gambling losses for years, and it continues to grow because, again, the odds are against you. Well, here's the dirty little secret. The fitness industry is the casino's cousin. Yeah. What I mean by that is they operate under the same premise. They operate under these flashing lights, this enticement, these beautiful people. Right, these beautiful gyms, you go in, the music is beautiful, the equipment is new, everything is exciting, but they're betting on you losing. They are betting on you losing, and I am not talking pounds. I am talking about, they know that this time of year, people are making New Year's resolutions, and I personally think they're behind that whole movement, because if you resolve your life all year long, you really don't have a resolution to make in the beginning of the year because you're working on it all the time. Again, that's another podcast. But anyway, I'm going to just stay on target here, right? So they lure you in because they know that maybe you've overindulged these past, several months with Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, your personal holidays, whatever you believe in, those holidays, those festivities that you have engaged in. Perhaps you have overindulged. Gone to one too many parties, drank too much, ate too much, baked too much, ate too much candy, whatever it is, you probably did more than you normally do throughout the year. So this is the time of year that you're exploring. Perhaps maybe I'll do it this year. So you're going to walk into the gym, and prior to that, you've probably heard all the hype, right? There's hype on the radio, social media, and you're seeing the ads and you're like, I need to do it. But who's in those ads? They are the most fit people. Most of them are professionals. Most of them are bodybuilders. They are not your average person. These are people who are paid to promote that gym. They are paid. Or if they are not paid and they are an instructor on the cover, let me tell you, I am an instructor. And I will tell you that some of these places, and I'm not going to name who they are, they will only choose an instructor if they look a certain way. They want Mr. or Mrs. Beautiful up on that whatever, so that you look at them and you think, that's going to be me, right? Because what happens? The psychology of somebody looking for a gym this time of year is usually they're not in their best place, right? They're thinking, I need improvement. And they might not be feeling on top of the world, and that's why they're looking. And I love this part. I love that you're self-aware and you want to make a change. So the average person is just getting in their car and they're going to say, okay, I'm going to go up to that gym around the corner and I'm going to see what it's like. So you walk in the door, and who do you see at the front desk? Usually the most beautiful people that work for them. The most fit people that work for them are at the front desk, and they're going to greet you. And here, for that split second, you think, see, if I got my act together and I went to the gym consistently, I could probably look like them. I'm making all of this up, but I'm just saying, this is what I've seen over the years. People get hyped up, that person greets you, and you're there to explore the gym. You want to find out information. I'm not really serious. I'm just checking it out. I don't know what I want to do. And they're going to welcome you in, and they're going to give you the tour. They're going to give you the prices, and they're going to be all hyped up for you. And you're going to either make a decision in that moment, or you're going to take information home with you. I want to remind you that the person that is taking you on that tour, the person that is giving you this information, is fundamentally their salesperson. That's it. Their job is to increase sales, and the way they increase sales is to sign up members. And when they sign up a new member, they either, well, I don't know that you can pay cash upfront in full anymore, but they want you on auto draft. They want you on auto draft. In the past, they used to make you sign a contract. Most gyms will make you sign a contract, or they require you to give them a 30, 60, 90, whatever day rule it is to cancel. But they've got your auto draft, and they've done their job. Once you have signed up, it is on you. And I want this to sink in. Rewind this piece of this podcast, because if you're not sure about yourself, you need to know that once you have signed the dotted line, the rest is up to you. That salesperson will never again have your best interest at heart. They did their job. They signed you up. You are now a member of that community. Now you take ownership of that decision. And this is where you need to get excited. You need to take ownership, and you need to go in there, and you need to decide what it is you want to do. I'm going to speak to big box gyms because they have the most to offer. I'm a big fan of those gyms because of that simple fact that you can join and you can try out a lot of different things until you figure out what it is that you want to do. So I will say this as well. The big box gyms, once you sign up, will also have a free opportunity with a personal trainer. A lot of times that is something that comes with your new membership. I want you to hear this loud and clear. That is a one and done only. Again, that is sales approach number 2. That's a double membership, because now they know you're a newbie. You've been on the couch for a minute and you need help. And if you're not self-motivated, now we've got a personal trainer here that's going to help you. But you have to pay for that personal trainer. It is an additional fee. I have nothing against personal trainers. I think they're fabulous, and I think they're there for a reason, and they do help people. So again, I'm just going to reiterate the fact that I am not talking against the industry. I'm giving you facts on how they operate. Okay? So here we go. Okay, you've got your membership. You decide if you want to take, that opportunity and meet with that personal trainer. I highly recommend it, right? Because they're going to show you form. They're going to I would recommend that you ask for a tour of how to set up the equipment. I mean, that's even more important to me. If you're new to the gym, you don't know how to set the weights, you don't know how to set the seat height, you don't know the correct posture, this is where you need that personal trainer to show you, and then take a notebook and write down everything you did. You have this seat at that height, you have that weight at 5 pounds, whatever it is, because you're going to be on your own and you need to be successful. I am here to help you be successful. So again, that's what I would recommend. So be mindful. Step 1, you're joining the membership. Step 2 is you're going to hire a personal trainer. So if they ask you to sign off on a secondary piece of paper, that is what you are committing to. Now you're locked into a personal trainer should you choose to do that. Otherwise, I am going to say that you are on your own in the gym. So figure out what it is. Do your homework. Walk around. Look at the Group X classes, if they have cycle, if they have yoga, if they have stretch classes, step classes, body pump classes, Zumba classes, my favorite, Group X classes, anything that you can do, kickboxing, whatever it is, I highly recommend you try all of them. Try all of them, because I will say this to you, every single person in that gym has had a first day in the gym. They have had a first day in the classroom. They have been a first. And everyone in that gym, when you walk in, is going to know how you feel because they were there themselves. So get that out of your head. Focus on you. This is all about you. So I want to remind you, And I strongly want to remind you to pay attention. Pay attention to the ads. Pay attention to these campaigns, because the fitness industry is going to put their best person in front of you. That is the nature of business. That is the nature of marketing. The lure is the beauty of whatever's in front of you to entice you to take that step, right? And so we're all like, oh, maybe this time. Again, like the gym, equivalent to the casino, right? The casino, you're winning, right? Oh, one more time. I'm going to roll one more time. I got one more, right? And then you, lost it, right? But it's always that, I'm going to try it again. It's the same thing this time of year for folks who have fallen off the wagon, so to speak, that you were going to the gym and then life happened, you got off course, and then you're like, it's January. I'm doing it again. It's one more time. This time I'm going to do it. This time I'm going to make it. But what's different this time is for me telling you these little secrets. The little secrets of the gym that, again, the person who signs you up is only there to make a sale. They do not care if you come into the gym or not. They're not going to call you and say, hey, mister, how you doing? How's the gym working out for you? Is there anything else I can do for you? That's 99.9% not going to happen. Not going to happen. They're not going to say, hey, Jim, we see you've been on auto draft for 6 months and we haven't seen you in here. You going to come in? When you going to come in? Like, we miss you around here. No, not going to do it. They don't have a cadence of following up on people not walking in the gym because they don't care. They don't care. They want that auto draft because that auto draft is guaranteed income from that for them to run their business. That's what they do with that money. And they will also charge you an annual fee now. This is something new over the years because, like I said, I've been a member a long time. Be mindful that they will charge you an equipment maintenance fee. Most gyms will do that. Boutiques do not do that, but most big box gyms, they will do that. I actually see that as a positive myself because it does keep, I have noticed that the gyms that I go to that have that service fee, the equipment is never broken, right? You don't go in and you have to worry about old equipment or broken equipment. They do maintain the equipment based on those fees. So again, I'm not going to, say anything negative about that. I don't mind that fee, and it's only once a year. But I just want you to be mindful to take ownership and get excited. When you join the gym, I then want you to go out and get some clothes for the gym. Get a gym bag, a gym bottle. Most gyms have towels, but you want to get dressed for the gym. You want to get excited. This is now a new opportunity for you to go and start something new in your life. And whether it's just walking on the treadmill or doing the elliptical, recumbent bike, whatever it is, just start. Get dressed. When you have those clothes that you only wear to that place, you're going to keep going. So number one, you want it to be close to home. Number two, you want to be dressed for it. And number three, you are only accountable to yourself. So don't think that that person that signed you up is going to be there and going to walk you around, because they're not going to do it. They are not. They are eye candy. Do you hear me? They are eye candy for you to come in and get those feelings of, ooh, maybe that could be me one day, right? And you know what? I'm not saying it can't be, because it could be. I will tell you that 1% of the population are bodybuilders, 1%. And they are an extremely rare breed. They are extremely dedicated. They are extremely disciplined. And these are people that don't eat or drink anything that isn't timed, measured, or calculated. That is how they live their lives. And that is why they look like they were carved out of stone. And let me tell you, we don't mind looking at them, right? They are works of beauty. I mean, they are just absolutely fascinated by how they look. And I'm fascinated about the human body and how you can really, it's a science and they're very good at it. But I want the average person who, goes to work every day, or maybe not, maybe you're retired, whatever it is in your life, but you're living your life, right? You've got kids, you're in the car, you've got to go grab something to eat. You just make the best choices you can. You try to eat salad when you can. You try to, just trying to be the best that you can. And so for me, success is going in the gym. Success is walking through those doors. That's success. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. And over time, if you are consistent, there's a law of incremental changes. And if you do something at a small scale every single day over a long period of time, that will be a magnificent, huge change in your life. So I always say this, the perfectly sculpted body, or the physical change, is actually a byproduct to the act of going to the gym. So what I mean by that is you go to the gym. This is a new habit. You're going to get your new clothes on. You're going to drive to the gym. You're going to walk through the door, and you are going to do whatever it is. I'm going to say Group X. You're going to walk in that class. You're going to take Zumba because that's my thing. But you could do whatever you want. But I'm just hypothetically talking here. And you're going to walk in that Zumba class. You're going to take that class. You're going to love it. Yes, you will love it. I'm going to say you're going to love it. Anyway, and then you're going to build a community because you're going to keep going back to the thing that keeps pulling you there, right? So if you love Zumba, you're going to keep walking in that class. You're going to keep taking that class. And then you're going to see other people who are there every single time you go. Because if you go 5:30 on a Tuesday, they're going to be there 5:30 on a Tuesday. And the next thing you know, you are in a community of people. You're talking to the person next to you. You're smiling. You become friends. It is an entire community of friendships that you didn't even know existed, if that is something that you want to do. If you don't want to do that, then you can go out and you can start on the equipment in the gym. Now, again, I'm referring to big box gyms. Most big box gyms have circuits. Circuits, what I mean by that is a circuit of equipment. It could be about 12 pieces, and they focus on each body part of that you have, and so muscle groups. And you do that piece of equipment. Some gyms have a timer. Others, you can do whatever you want, a certain amount of reps. You get off that equipment, and then you get on the next piece of equipment. So you can do chest on one, back on the other. You do squats on one and quads on one and hamstrings on the other. And you're going around in a circle. And you know that when you've completed all 12 pieces of equipment, that you have worked out your entire body. That is a beautiful thing. That is fit right there. And over time, the byproduct of doing that circuit, your body will start to change, or your endurance will increase. And now you can do more reps, heavier reps, and you're getting stronger and more fit. So what I want to focus on here is who you see in those ads. Number one, remember, they're 1% of the population. They are paid to be on the front of that cover for that organization. And that is not the definition of fit. Again, this is another dirty little secret, that the fitness industry focuses on perfection, and that perfection is fit and fitness, and it is not. Perfection is a definition of failure. When you set yourself up for perfection, you avoid success. It is the truth of it. And so they're going to set you up with every advertisement with the most beautiful people that have, disciplined habits, that are 1% of the population, trying to lure 99% of the population with this 1% behavior. And perfection is not fit. The perfect body is not fit. We all have our own body types, health issues, whatever it is, our anatomy, whatever it is, right? You just work with what you have the best that you can. And if you have walked through those doors, and let this be a reminder in your head every single time, hear me in your head saying, you are successful because you walked through the gym doors. Period. You are successful. You walk through those doors and you are going to get something done. And some days, here's another little set tip. Some days you're stronger than other days. Some days you can kick butt in there for 25 minutes and you can go at it, go hard. You are strong, you're feeling good. And other days it is a challenge. And that has a lot to do with everything, right? It has a lot to do with how hydrated you are, how much you slept, stress in your life. There are different reasons why we're better some days than other. But again, you walk through the doors. You are there. You are not on the couch. You didn't make up an excuse. You are there. And because you are there, you are going to do something. Whether it's 15 minutes or 2 hours, you are going to do something. And that is more than not walking through the doors and not making an attempt. And that is success. Success is you being consistent. It is not the perfect body. It is not the perfect carved muscle. It is not. If that is what you want, great. I adore bodybuilders, like I mentioned earlier. I am not saying anything negative about them at all. I don't aspire to be them. I learn from them. They have a wealth of information as it relates to how the body processes food and all of that. It's astonishing to me. But I just want you to know that I'm speaking to the people that are new to this, right? And how you can be successful, and to not buy into the lures, to not buy into the sales tactics, to not buy into the marketing, do not buy in to the fake part of it. Do not buy in on the losses, right? So, I'm not a gambler. So Vegas didn't get any of my money. But that's just me, right? But if I was a gambler, I'd probably maybe have $20 and that would be it. I'm the kind of person, I need tangible for my money. If I'm going to give you money, I need something in return. So I'm not the type of person that's going to throw it away. But hey, everybody does their own thing. So for me, if I've signed that contract and I'm going in that gym, I'm going, and I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it for my future self. So the last thing I'm going to say before I close this out is, again, you're not going to see instant results. The gym doesn't work like that. Okay. It doesn't work like that. We live in a very fast-paced, everything is, on Instagram, you have like 2 seconds to grab somebody's attention or they just keep scrolling, right? Microwave world, I call it. The gym is not like that. Okay. The gym is not like that. Going to the gym, just be in your mind about walking through the doors and building a habit and being consistent. Because I've always said too, in the gym, as a fitness instructor and people coming into my class for the first time, I want to talk about this. I really want to talk about this before I end this podcast, but I want to talk about what I've seen in the years of being a fitness instructor. And I have been one for over 10 years. So I guess that makes me skilled, huh? But I will tell you that people come into the class. I've had new people come in all the time, and I can gauge them. There are new people who come into the class. A Zumba class is typically 1 hour. You have 60 minutes, and there's about 16 songs on that playlist. And I have had people come into the class, and they'll stay. And they're uncomfortable, but they're hanging, and they're just trying, and I love those people because they are showing me that they're trying, they're willing to try, and they're not going to quit on themselves. I've seen other people come into my class and second song, they bounce, right? And I am always disappointed in them because I always think, and I can't stop because I'm leading a class of people, I can't stop them from walking out the door, but I think to myself, you just quit on yourself. You don't know that I have 14 other songs on this playlist. You need to hang in here and see what else is coming because I am going to warm you up for 11 minutes. That's what I do. That's how I was taught by the master of Zumba, Beta Perez. You have an 11-minute warm-up because you need to warm up your body for the intensity that we're going to do for the rest of the class, and you don't want to injure yourself. And once you injure yourself, you're down for the count and you are out for a while. So I don't want you to get injured. But I will tell you this, that in my years of teaching Zumba and teaching all formats of Zumba, I know that when people walk into my classroom, they are looking for a reason to stay or they are looking for a reason to leave. That is not just my class. That is the gym, period. What is going to keep them there and what is going to make them leave? I want you to know that that decision is yours and always yours. In your mind, are you going to stick it out for the duration of that class and not quit to see how strong you are, what you can do? Because those people that I mentioned earlier that stay the whole class, their sense of accomplishment is through the roof. They're like, I did it. I'm like, yep, you did it. You did it for the whole hour. And you're only going to get better if you keep coming back. So my goal as a fitness instructor is to get you to come back because I know the benefits of physical fitness and moving your body. And I know that your future self, when you are 80 years old, you're going to be able to squat down and pick up that penny that you dropped or the purse that you dropped or whatever the heck you dropped on the floor. You're going to be able to bend down and pick it up. I want you to bend down and pick it up when you're 80, and you're going to do that if you keep moving your body now. So think of that, okay? I guess that's, pretty much everything I wanted to tell you about this time of year. I have a whole blog that I wrote about gym intimidation. It's gym intimidation, but I call it gym intimidation because there is a lot of gym intimidation going out there, and it might behoove you to read it on my blog because I think that I gave a lot of nuggets there too. If you're a reader and you like to read it, it elaborates a little bit more than what I talked about here today. But this podcast was really based on my love of the fitness industry and my love of helping people get healthy and to give you the truth of what's really going on. Business is business, right? I'm never going to change the business part of the fitness industry or Las Vegas, right? It's going to be there, but you need to know the truth of what's really going on and see through the smoke and mirrors, because at the end of the day, it's always all about you and what's going to work for you. And I don't want you to be tricked by lures and thinking something is possible for yourself, that you set the bar too high. I will close with this really quickly. I will close with the fact that when you start your journey, you need to set small, attainable goals. That's what you need to do. Okay, I'll go back to the bodybuilder. If that is something that you want to do, which is 1% of the population, and you truly want to get defined, okay, you have to set those small goals. And then once you achieve those small goals, you have to reward yourself and then set the next set of goals. It's about building small goals and then attaining those goals, rewarding your goals, and then going to the next level. And that's how this works. That's consistency. That's the incremental progress of fitness and everything in your life, honestly. But if you set the goal, you don't want to say, okay, I just joined the gym. I've been on the couch for 4 years and I'm going to be a bodybuilder. In 6 months, I'm going to go compete in my first competition. That's a really high bar, and I don't know that it's possible. I'm not a bodybuilder, and I don't know if you could transform your body in 6 months if you've never done a thing in your life. I think that's highly unlikely. So that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to set an unrealistic goal and then you don't achieve it and then boom, you quit. I'm out. That's it. See, I knew it wasn't going to work. It never works because you set the bar unrealistic. Okay. So set a realistic goal and achieve that goal. My recommendation would be set the goal that you're going to go to the gym 3 days a week. 3 days a week, you're going to go. And whatever time works for you. Like I said, the good days you can stay an hour. The days you're not so good, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but go to the gym. Make it a habit to go to the gym, be consistent at the gym. And when you've gone to the gym 3 days a week for 1 entire month, that goal, check it off and buy yourself, I don't know, a new pair of socks for the gym. And then boom, you set the next goal. The next goal is, okay, now I'm going to try, doing the circuit. I'm going to go 3 days a week and I'm going to do the circuit now 3 days a week and see if I like it. And you're going to do that for 30 days. 30 days, I did it, check it off, achieved it. Don't know if I like it so much. Next time, I'm going to set another goal, right? And what is the other goal? Oh, and then you achieve the circuit, right? So you bought yourself a gift, right? You bought yourself another pair of, gym shirt, right? You bought a new gym shirt. Now you're going to the gym. You got your new gym shirt because that gym shirt, every time you put it on, now it reminds you that you achieved a goal, and that's how you're wearing that cool shirt to the gym to sweat in, but whatever. And then again, so do you hear me? You follow me? Like, I think, I know you got what I'm trying to say here. And these are all my nuggets for success in the gym. And it comes from years experience doing it and seeing so many people go through this cycle over and over again. They join, they quit, they join, they're gone. And this is the answer. I'm giving you the recipe again for success in the gym. Fundamentally, I have broken it down for you, and I know that this time is the last time that you need to even set this goal for yourself, because now it will become a lifestyle for you, and you are going to ride this out all the way until you're 80 something or 100 or 150, whatever it is, and every time you bend over to pick up what you dropped, you will remember this podcast. And I will close with that. And I wish you all the best. Thank you for tuning in to my podcast, and let this inspire you today.